Now I am going to discuss about bilinear transformation. This is the third method of converting from analog to digital filters. The first method is an approximation derivatives and second method is an impulse invariance method. So in impulse invariant method there is a drawback of aliasing. So there is an aliasing that occurs in impulse invariant method, and in impulse invariant method that is only applicable for low pass filters. So in order to avoid the aliasing effect, we have to use a bilinear transformation. So in this bilinear transformation, this is transformed from S domain. So S domain to Z domain. Okay. So S domain to Z domain. So S is nothing but it's an analog domain, analog filter domain, and Z is nothing but a digital domain. Okay. So now the mapping. So we have to map from S to Z domain. So and it can be obtained as, so that is S is equal to 2 by T 1 minus Z inverse by 1 plus Z inverse. So mapping from S plane to Z plane obtained by using this equation. That means S plane is analog and Z plane is digital. From analog to digital domain, which can be obtained by using this equation. Okay, so you have to write this equation as 2 by T into Z minus 1 by Z plus 1. So now let Z is equal to R into e power j omega. Now substitute e power j omega. In place of Z, substitute R into e power j omega. So this is Z. Then substitute 2 by T R into e power j omega minus 1 divided by R into e power j omega plus 1. Now, so what is e power j omega? So you have to write it as cos omega plus j sin omega. Now substitute in place of e power j omega cos omega plus j sin omega. So in the same way numerator and denominator. Now I am writing r cos omega minus 1 plus j sin omega. So in the same way r cos omega plus 1 plus j sin omega. Now multiply and divide into this equation. Okay. So multiply and divide this whole equation with this equation. Now multiply these two terms. Okay. R cos square omega minus 1 plus R square sin square omega plus j 2R sin omega divided by R cos omega plus 1 whole square plus R square sin square omega. So in this equation, common R square cos omega plus minus 1. Okay, so now in the denominator part it is in the form of a plus b whole square. Now you have to write it as a square plus b square plus 2ab denominator part. After that, common r square. So common r square means remaining terms are cos square omega plus sin square omega minus 1 plus j 2r sin omega. So in the denominator also common r square. Okay. Now separating real part and imaginary part. So real part is what? So this term is 1 and cos square plus j omega term is 1. So in the numerator part there is only r square minus 1 divided by 1 plus r square plus 2r cos omega. So remaining imaginary part is what? j 2r sin omega, divided by 1 plus r square plus 2r cos omega. Okay. Now S is equal to what? Sigma plus j omega. Okay. So now in the digital domain, I am writing omega as like this. Whereas in analog domain, you have to write it as like this. Okay. So sigma is equal to, S is equal to sigma plus j omega. Now sigma is equal to what? Real part. Real part is what? This term. Okay. So real part is this one and imaginary part is what? This is imaginary part. Okay. So 2 by t, you have to multiply with 2 by t. That is real part and imaginary part. Now first consider this equation. So this is an equation, keep it as equation 1. So from equation 1, okay. So if r greater than 1, so they take this equation sigma is equal to 2 by t r square minus 1 by 1 plus r square plus 2r cos omega. So in this, if r is greater than 1, then sigma is also greater than 0. Okay, then the entire right, this is an S plane and this is the Z plane. Okay, so the S plane of j omega axis, which is mapped into the Z plane of outside the circle. Okay, so the mapping will take place from outside the circle. If you take the pole in the right hand side, that pole will map outside the circle. If sigma less than 1, if sigma is less than 1, then r is less than 1, then sigma is less than 0. Then this is S plane and this is Z plane. The pole in the left hand side will map inside the circle of Z plane. Okay, now whereas if r is equal to 1, so I am taking again S plane and Z plane. This is Z plane. Okay, now in S plane, if r is equal to 1, if you substitute r is equal to 1, then sigma is equal to 0. Then the pole on the j omega axis will be mapped on the circle of Z plane. Okay, so in this in impulse invariant method, we mapped only poles, whereas in bilinear transformation we have to consider zeros as well as poles. We have to map poles and zeros from analog to from S domain to Z domain, that we are converting from analog to digital. Okay.